Hello viewers, this is Ethiopian Reporter Digital Media News and I'm Nazan Abzalem. Here are the headlines. State of Emergency Inquiry Board begins inspection in Amhara and Afar regions. Oromia temporarily lifts curfew, detainees remain behind bars. Rebuilding region would take at least 30 years, Amhara Planning Commission. Councils call on international community to respect Ethiopia's sovereignty. To the details. The State of Emergency Inquiry Board began its field inspection on Friday. In a press statement on Thursday, 18th of November 2021, at the House of People's Representatives, the board chairman, Lemma Tasamma, told journalists that the inquiry board has embarked on visits to the Afar and Amhara region, along with other areas that were unidentified by the chairperson. Lemma also highlighted on deliberations conducted by the board members together with the Ministry of Health, the National Disaster Management Commission and the Ethiopian Human Rights Commission for a stronger cooperation among these entities. According to the chairperson, the inquiry board team will inspect the state of wounded people in uniform receiving treatment in various hospitals, human rights situations in detention centers, and the livelihood situation of displaced people mainly from the two regions, as Isai Sahalu reports. Several people have been detained in Oromia Regional State following the curfew the region introduced on the 12th of November 2021 and retracted 6 days later on the 18th of November 2021. The Regional State Administration introduced the curfew as part of the nationwide state of emergency passed to protect the nation's sovereignty from internal and external elements. According to the Regional Attorney General Adunya Ahmed's brief on the 18th of November 2021, several suspects have been arrested in the Oromia region since the state of emergency was declared. According to Adunya, security forces, militias and the police have been implementing the state of emergency and its supplementary directives transparently. The curfew was lifted after an assessment indicated that the curfew was affecting the economic and logistics activities of the community, as Elias Tegen reports. Recovering from the severe economic damage inflicted by the war in North Ethiopia and bringing back the economy of the Amhara regional state to pre-Tigray war economic status would take 30 to 40 years of endeavor. An assessment released by the Planning Commission of the Amhara regional state indicated that the regional GDP constitutes 22% of the national GDP when the law enforcement operation began in Tigray regional state in November 2020. Head of the Regional Planning Commission, Annemut Belete, said of the condition, Kombolcha was the industrial hub of the region. Now every standing factory has been looted by TPLF forces. They damaged properties they could not take. The damage has also affected 3 agricultural research centers, large and medium industries in Kombolcha. According to the Commission's assessment, it will take 30 to 40 years of endeavor to build this economy under the support of foreign aid, foreign direct investment and various sources of support, as Ashannafi Indala reports. The Ethiopian Political Parties Joint Council, which consists of more than 50 parties, stated that destructive interference by the international community in Ethiopia is not acceptable. The council further urged the international community to respect the sovereignty of Ethiopia, mentioning its own capabilities of solving its own problems. In a statement issued on the 18th of November 2021, the council condemned the Federalist or Confederalist coalition that was formed on the 5th of November 2021 in Washington, USA. The council statement stressed that all countries and institutions that are zealous for the rule of law and democracy should condemn this interference. Furthermore, the council called on the government to create an enabling environment for the early launch of an all-inclusive national dialogue in the country. The council's chairwoman, Dr. Rahel Bafi, who also briefed journalists, said the war is between the two parties. As long as one party does not stop the war, citizens have the right to defend themselves and the government has the duty of protecting its citizens, as Emmanuel Yilekar reports. That was all for today. For more information, please visit our website, thereporterethiopian.com. Thank you for watching.